Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Comedy of Recording Errors, New Frontier Swine Time, episode 23. I'm pretty sure I fixed my audio issues and this will be a normal episode. Last time we did a bunch of stuff, sold some pigs and we're moving towards selling some more pigs. In a few months. We got this big old field built out, which is cool. Well, it looks like there is a ton more room there, but I'm pretty happy with my field sizes right now, so I think we're just gonna let it be. I don't think we have enough room to get it lined up for the Nexat sizing again. And I think we're just, we need to maybe put some more wood in the mill. Yeah. So we need to get some more wood in the sawmill. But beyond that, it's just about getting up into April to get potatoes or something planted. I'm pretty sure it's potatoes in April. But before we do that, we got to get more wood in the sawmill. Let's get some of these trees down and get that going. I think we only need probably 2 trees is enough. So we'll hit that real quick and then we'll move on to February where we'll have to hit 2 more trees. So we might as well just throw 4 in right now and then go straight through to April. And I'm not going to go deal with it at the moment, but we ought to just make sure that food is good. It looks good. So, right, if we get 4 trees in, then it'll be good. So we'll go to April, we'll plant potatoes. I'm pretty sure it's potatoes. And then we might even have time to move through and plant more of the other field as well. I do have the money to get our 4th big set of plots, but I don't think I'm going to bother just yet. I think we really ought to push into the biogas plant. I think that's, as far as money goes on what we're already doing, that's the way to go. Well, I'm just going to finish this off in a time lapse and I'll talk to you when I'm done. Alright, so that is our wood for a couple of months. Now we're just gonna cut straight through to April. Let's just verify. No, we're not going to April, we're going to March 1st. Because March is when potatoes go in. I'm glad I checked. Anyway, that was what I was actually planning on. And we may put some sugar beet down as well. But, right, here we go. All right, welcome to March. Let's have a look at the food states, 51 and 26. Okay, well, seems like we should probably get a bit of pig food in and then get going on the planting. We probably also want to move some slurry, although we're getting low on capacity. But we're actually getting fairly close to our biogas plant. Curious, I haven't looked at the new the new curbs pack. I don't know where it's kept either. They're not in here. They're interesting. Only some stuff. Oh, there we go. All right, well that's okay, island pieces, I get it. So we could put like, I don't know, some sort of island here if we wanted to. Well, anyway, that's something to think about later. I do hope I managed to get some decorating done. Although I do also think I'm going to need more than one batch of potatoes in the planter. Right. So get this pig food in. And we can work on getting the potatoes planted. Well, we've definitely got the money, so that's good. We can afford to fill this thing with potatoes. Or seeds, as they might be known. Alright, we're going to plant a big old field of potatoes here this time. And I'll see you when we're done. See? Some of this stuff is so long you get distracted. I just planted half a row with no potatoes in my thing. So, gotta go fill up again. Probably ought to fill the gas too. Get repairs. The whole 9 yards. Sometime soon we ought to buy a power washer as well. First we'll get our potatoes. I think I'm probably overdoing it now on potatoes. I went from underdoing it to overdoing it, but we're definitely going to need a place to store our overage potatoes. Although if we fill both of these, that's not quite enough for filling all the other parts, I don't think. I think it would be cooler if the amount you put in fit the ratio of the recipe, so that if you filled the plant all the way up with everything it needed, it would all be 0 except for the pig food at the end. But that's not how it works. But it is definitely a good idea to keep our gas full. It sure does take a long time. And then finally we get ourselves some repairs. Somewhere around here. Yeah, right there. Could I just do it? Nah. We'll wash later. Alright, so back to it. Hopefully I don't get distracted and miss half a row again. I'm not even going to bother filling in that partial row because we're going to be over potatoed anyway. Oh, well, that's the potatoes in. But we probably ought to get them. Probably ought to get them fertilized once before we change over, since this thing doesn't apply any fertilizer. I wish there was a better planter, but I don't know of one. But we can go stash this thing back over there again and get the fertilization going, which will happen real nice and quick. We want to get her full before we do this. I'm really glad we bought the Condor, got rid of the Nexat sprayer. That thing, I just didn't like it. Even if we don't include the dismount issues it had, I still didn't like it compared to this thing. It wasn't aligned to properly sit on rows, so there was like no reason for it to be Nexat. Like, the whole point of the Nexat is to drive on the same set of lines down a given lane, right? Like, it should have provided a nice, what the, man, it should be set up in a way where it evenly covers a set of rows while driving down the same tracks that we used when we planted. And it doesn't do that. So I don't understand the setup. I don't understand whether that's actually how the Nexat sprayer really works, or whether they've actually got it built logically for the whole point of not compressing more ground than you need to. And we've got this interesting issue. Oh yeah, we're gonna finish this up and then we'll move on. Although, if we're gonna plant sugar beet, now's the time to do it, so we might as well do that. Although I think we'll be stashing it for this year. So we need one bay to stash potatoes, and we need one bay to stash sugar beet, but I think it'd be nicer to put the sugar beet right next to the sugar beet should go right next to the biogas plant. rather than in some other area, since wherever we'll be putting it is where the biogas goes. I guess we can pilot for the short term, and if we haven't bought the biogas plant before the sugar beet is harvested, which I haven't done the math, so I'm not 100% sure. Plus, who knows what other expenses we might randomly incur if I decide to buy something. If we haven't done that by then we need to store it somewhere. But I just noticed what I think are some stumps down along here. Or at least some pieces of wood. Stump. I see another one over there. There were at least 2 stumps here. Nothing got caught on them, but makes sense. Constantly finding stumps and stuff. Even when you think you've got them all, there's always going to be one more stump you miss. There's 2 over there that I keep skipping, but I'll get to them eventually. Wish there was a mode you could set that was like no headlands. Turn around outside the field. I used to do that. Free FS25 GPS. The helpers would turn around outside the field. Alright, so we're working here on this stuff. Have a look real quick. There's still room in the slurry. Well, there's still slurry. We might as well start some slurry. And that's the back end of the thing. Thing is what, 65,000? So we're gonna do some slurry carting here real quick, and I'll come back to you when we're done with that. Alright, I got our slurry carted. Yeah, I still feel like I need to make like I don't know, some sort of stair step kind of thing here, but I'm saving my money. It's going to cost me 300-400 grand probably to clean this up the way I want to. Maybe more. It's going to be a lot. What are we doing here on piggies? Alright. So we've got 4 months on that batch, 5 months on that little batch. Everybody's got food. I got quite some time to go here. But that's 7 months on those. And sawmill needs wood. Those oaks are complete, I think. So that's cool. So we can get more wood in here. I'll time lapse this. Everybody's seen woodcuts. Everybody, well, that is it for tonight. Got the potatoes in. We're all set up to move into April and do more planting. But we are out of time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.